This is going to be the last question before closing statements, and it's the flip side of the one I just asked. Is there any town policy, zoning regulation, charter change, or town code change that you would want to see that would enhance economic development in Monroe? And this one goes to Mr. Buzi first.
Yeah. Well, on the ordinance side, I think the thing that enhances economic development the most is our ability to provide tax abatements and lure good companies into town. As I've met with developers over the last 2 years, there's a lot of good projects. And what we need to do is we need to ensure that we're there and we're available to provide reasonable tax abatements to get them to move here rather than someplace else. And I worked hard with the town council this year to get a good tax abatement plan. Other ordinances, I'm sure there are. I mean, we've taken a look at scenic roads. That thing needs to be fixed. I'd like to see the town out of that because that's something that we shouldn't be involved in. People want scenic roads. If the town owns some property in that area, then we really shouldn't be talking about it. It should be a citizen decision. Also, the timeline on that is not good, and that's something that's being looked at. So those are two things that come to top of mind.
Good. Thank you. Mr. Vavrek?
As far as economic development, I've already said that we're going to have an economic development strategic plan that will be centered around 4 key areas: attracting new businesses, retention, strengthening of our existing base, providing resources for entrepreneurs and small companies, and fostering a thriving community for citizens and businesses. And the one thing we do have to do is really, again, revitalize our Economic Development Commission, because right now they're not being, in my mind, led properly. I think I have to meet with him a little bit more and see what he's doing, but we're losing too many businesses, and that's just got to stop.
Anything further?
Yeah. You know, he said this a couple of times. I don't know if Mr. Vavrek has realized there's probably the worst recession since the Great Depression. This hasn't only impacted Monroe, it's impacted every town and city in the United States. While, yes, we do have people leaving town, we do have businesses leaving town, we're in infinitely better shape than a lot of places in this country. I wouldn't want to be in Flint, Michigan. I wouldn't want to be some places in Ohio. We're doing well. We've got to hang through this. This is a tough time, and we got to work together because we have a great town.
Anything further, Mr. Vavrek?
And I thoroughly understand the environment and driving around the area. Being a salesman, I get to drive around the area a lot, and I drive through Newtown and Trumbull and Shelton and other towns about our size, and I don't see 60 for sale signs or lease signs anywhere. I don't see businesses going out left and right anywhere, and I know our Economic Development Commission does not have a set plan that they follow. I know because I've asked them.
All right, thank you both.